Hello plugin heads, it's Stu here from Audio Plugin Guy and plugindeals.net, and it's Friday, which means it's time for my weekly Audio Plugin Guy vlog, which is what you're watching now. Thanks for tuning in. In case you're wondering what it is, it's just a little video that I make every week where I kind of talk about stuff that may have happened with Audio Plugin Guy or in the audio plugin world, and we generally do the deals of the week, and sometimes we do other things. That's it. We mix it up. You don't know what to expect, or what you can normally expect is me talking a bit of rubbish for about 10 or 20 minutes. So, in an effort to stop boring people immediately as soon as they start watching the video, I'm going to go straight to deals of the week, and deals of the week is this thing we do. It's based on a poll that we hold in our audio deals and audio plugin deals and freebies Facebook group. We've got over 50,000 members in there, growing all the time, over 51 now I think it is. And we do a poll and we ask people to add and vote to the poll, vote in the poll, yeah, that's right, just to say what they think the best deals are that week. So it's always worth checking out just in case there's something you missed, and you can always contribute, add your voice as it were. So shall we pop over and have a look? I think we're already on the website. So this is audioplugingguy.com, which is where I write it up, and yeah, you can find out what the deals of the week are by going over here every week and having a look, and I'm going to read it to you now, and I think I need more coffee. It's been quite a week, loads of stuff going on this week, loads of stuff. The house, rambling, I'll save the rambling for later. Okay, here we go. Number one in the deals of the week this week is a freebie. It is IK AmpliTube X-Drive Virtual Distortion Pedal for free. And this is the latest freebie from IK. They tend to be giving quite a few things away, and this is a pedal as part of the AmpliTube environment, so you'll need to install that, including the free version, AmpliTube CS, 5CS. And you can get that for free until February the 25th. So check it out. Should we have a look? Hang on. This is one of the things I wanted to do to kind of make the website a little bit, make the video a little bit better each week, is to actually spend less time looking at Audio Plugin Guy and a bit more time looking at the products. So this is valued at $149.99. Nice, and it gives you all 16 overdrive and distortion effects found in the X-Drive hardware pedal. That's pretty fancy actually. I might have to go and grab that if I don't already have it. It's hard to remember what IK multimedia plugins I have because I bought so many in their multi-buy, their group buy thing. So anyway, that was number one. Number two, this was in there last week. I think it was number one last week. This is iZotope's Stutter edit for just $10 as part of Plugin Boutique's 10th anniversary sale. So there's a lot of stuff, there's a lot of iZotope products, a lot of products across the board for just $10, and this is the new version of iZotope Stutter edit. It's kind of, shall I read what it says here? So it's from the mind of BT, everyone knows BT, and in collaboration with iZotope, Stutter Edit 2 lets you create the famous Stutter editing effects with one button to slice and dice your samples, tracks, and create exciting movement with the curve editor and control blah 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 blah. Okay, basically it's kind of like a glitch effect, and it's quite cool. I remember Stutter Edit 1 I used every now and then. You got to be careful. You can't overuse it. You can't just slap it on a track and it's there all the time, because I mean, maybe you can if you want that effect, but it's kind of more for transitions and kind of sound design and stuff like that, for specific sounds, in my humble opinion. And I bought it for $10. I haven't installed it yet, but I'll check it out. I am hoping to do a bit more actual sort of messing around with plugins on the video on the YouTube channel, so maybe that'll be one that I do a live stream on at some point. So that brings us to number three. Any Plugin Alliance amp for $29 in their amp alarm sale, and this is expiry unknown. I did check, it is valid at the moment, so it could end at any time, I do not know, and that includes Ampeg, Diesel, Sur and many brands, plus the new Friedman Buxom Betty. Lovely name for a plugin there. And that is, so all of these over at Plugin Alliance are currently going for $29. So if my internet decides to work, here we go. You do have to scroll down, so you click the amp alarm. Here we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These are not amps. These are, there's a couple more there, 29, 29.99. So that's if you want to stock up on a few 2 or 3 amps for just that magic $29.99 price tag, you're in luck, because they got a few there. Personally, I don't find I use the PA amps a lot. I've got a few. I'm spoiled really, because I've got the whole, what are they called? Having a brain moment, lack of brain moment. What are they called? Neural networks, neural DSP. Not neural networks, neural DSP. They've got a really good solid range of amps, and I've got most of them, and I find myself always using them, even though I do have a few from Plugin Alliance. I've got AmpliTube 5 or whatever it is. I've got STL Tones amp hub, I think it is. I've got quite a lot of amps, to be fair, but I keep going back to neural. Which is not to say the other ones aren't any good, I just really like neural the way it looks and sounds. Don't really like what it does to my CPU. They can be kind of a bit heavy, especially when you're stacking up 3 or 4 of them. But to be fair, when you're recording, here's a little tip for you. I mean, when you're recording guitars and you're using amp sims, don't carry on mixing with the DI going into the amp sim. Get the sound, get the tone, pretty much as soon as you can, like when you're recording it, and print it. And then turn the amp sim off, because otherwise you're going to keep going back and messing around with your settings and like reamping and stuff. Keep the DI. Maybe if you desperately have to go back and do something with it later, then do that. But just save yourself a bit of bother and a bit of kind of brain ache, and just print that guitar track right at the beginning. That's a little secret tip in there for you, and you'll save on CPU as well. So number four was last week's number 1, I think, maybe, I can't remember. Anyway, this is Arturia Analog Lab Intro, which is free with any purchase from Plugin Boutique for the whole of the month. And if you don't know Analog Lab Intro, it is basically a kind of stripped down version of Analog Lab, which is Arturia's kind of focus point for all their synths and instruments and stuff like that. So it's like a one VST, a single plugin. It also works as a standalone, where you can access all the presets you own for any of the other plugins, and you can also leap into the settings and stuff like that if you actually own a plugin. So for example, I don't know, say you own their organ, B5 organ, and you load it up into the Analog Lab, and you get a preset and it's kind of close, but it's not quite there. You can click a button and it will just load up all the settings as long as you own the license. So it's I find that really useful. I don't know if you can see, I've got Arturia key step behind me, and I can actually load up Analog Lab and scroll through the instruments straight from the keyboard. I don't even need to touch the computer, which is great fun. Really lovely. Love the way that's all kind of integrated, and they all sound great. And this is a free kind of entry version to the software. So yeah, that's a good reason to buy something from Plugin Boutique, isn't it? Hey. So speaking of Plugin Boutique, Number 5 is 89% off of Solid State Logic's Flexverb, and this is a brand new, fully featured, extremely versatile SSL reverb plugin. Now 89% brings it down to $30 for you there, and yeah, so it's got the SSL name on it. So if you are anyone who is easily swayed by brand names, then here you go, SSL reverb for you for $30, $29.99. that magic $29.99 again. So there we go. That was a quick run through the top 5. We do have some miscellaneous mentions down here. I'm throwing in 33% off of Waves Factory Track Spacer over at Plugin Boutique, part of their 10th anniversary sale. It's not the cheapest Track Spacer has been. I did notice in my records it was actually half price about this time last year, but having not been that low again and being part of this sale, I mean, it's probably not going to be half price again in the near future. That said, if you can wait, maybe it will be. So if you've been waiting a long time, you might want to pick it up now. If you feel like you can wait a little bit longer, it has been lower, so just bear that in mind. Then I've got a couple of my faves, Kilohertz. So we've got Phase Plant and 3 content banks for just how much? $99. So that's 62% off. So that's Phase Plant, which has their whole kind of like snap-in area that you can use and load your Kilohertz snap-ins into if you own any, but if not, you can still use Snap-Heap and all the presets in there, and of course all the presets are fully functional regardless of what extra modules you own, and and 3 content banks with that as well. So that is a very nice low entry point to get into the whole Faceplant thing. And also currently at Plugin Boutique you can get Multipass, which is their multi-band host for their snap-ins, and this was my introduction to Kilohertz actually years ago, and I just fell in love with it straight away. It's so much you can do, especially when you start loading up with the snap-ins. So you've got the multi-band splitter there, before and after, and then effects on all the different bands, loads of presets that are fully functional regardless again of which snap-ins you actually have. And yeah, there's nothing quite like it. There's a couple of things a little bit like it. You've got the, I want to say Plugin Alliance, but it's not Plugin Alliance, but they are sold through Plugin Alliance. But anyway, there's one which is not called Biome, it's called Triad. That's what it is, Triad. So it's just three bands, and it's got the sort of unfiltered audio style effects in there, which is, again, it's cool because you can mess around with the multi-band stuff, but at the same time it's not really as useful as the Kilohertz pack because it's a bit more of a kind of experimental thing. I mean, it's great if you don't really know what you want and you want to get some weird noises going on and stuff like that, or just hit the random button and see what happens. But if you want to be really intentional as well as all that stuff, then yeah, multipass is the way to go, and it's currently on offer until the end of the month. So there we are, that's the deals of the week, that's my recommendations. I'm going to now cut straight to my little bit of engagement bait. So, how you doing? First of all, hope you're well, thanks for watching, thanks for being one of the few people who sort of turn up and watch these videos. If you're a returning viewer, then nice, thanks, appreciate it, appreciate you, hope you enjoy it. The thing I'm thinking about this week is I just put my money down yesterday on a new MacBook with the whole M1 thing going on, and I actually do most of my music on a PC because I got this like super powered PC here, but I do most of my work as in design and marketing and social media and all that kind of stuff on a Mac. And I've always done this actually almost since my first jobs leaving uni. I've always had like a Mac and a PC and just used them both for their various things that work for me. But now I'm going to have this laptop, it's going to have this whole M1 capability thing. It's going to be able to apparently just be a sort of super powered beast for running plugins and DAWs and all that kind of stuff. So I'm quite excited and interested to see how that affects my workflow. I mean, one of the main reasons I wanted it was because this one is getting a bit, it doesn't quite have enough RAM to do the kind of video stuff that I want very quickly, and when it comes to like animation and things like that, it's just a drag. It really gets really slow. And the main reason is because when I bought it, I skimped on RAM because I was at a position right then where I didn't know how my career was going to go. I was about to make this big leap of quitting my agency job and going freelance and leaving the country and all that kind of stuff. So I was kind of a bit like, I don't know how the things are going to go, but I'm going to need a computer. So I bought one, but I saved, what, I don't know, 200 quid on RAM. And I wish I hadn't, because what I didn't realise is these iMacs, you used to be able to buy RAM, get it delivered and just screw it in yourself, but not anymore. No, you've got to take it to the bloody shop now, haven't you? So if I want to get extra RAM on this, I've got to take it to Budapest, which is like an hour's drive, and I don't know. I thought, sod it, the M1's out now, I got the big screen one, it's coming in about a month, or maybe 2 months, I've still got to wait for it. But that's the exciting thing for me, so that may become the centerpiece of my studio. I don't know, we'll see. My question for you is, what do you think about this whole M1 thing? Yeah, and what do you think about plugin support on it? Because I see a lot of conversation about people saying that almost that a developer is not worth contemplating now if they're not making their stuff M1 compatible or native, M1 native, which seems a bit harsh to me because it's Apple. Apple made that change, not the devs. I mean, obviously the developers have to keep up with OS changes and stuff like that, but at the same time, like coming along and doing this kind of update, that it depends what the developer's already working on. It depends how difficult it is, I suppose. But anyway, what do you feel? This is a really open-ended question. What do you think about M1 stuff? Tell me, are you a Mac guy? Are you a PC guy? I think we had that conversation before, but if you are a Mac person or thinking about it, is this M1, is it really that game changing? Is it going to make a difference? And do you think all developers should just drop what they're doing and make sure they're supporting M1 right now, or is it just fine for them to just get on with it, finish what they're doing and then do it when they feel like it? I don't know, see what you think. I don't have very strong opinions about it, but maybe I will in a month or two when my lovely little MacBook arrives. So with that last little bit of engagement bait, please do write in the comments what you think and anything else you want to talk to me about. I'm going to shoot. It's another Friday. It's another stupidly busy day for me at the end of a stupidly busy week. So I will cut off now and let you get on. Have a great Friday. Have a great weekend. Thanks for tuning in. See you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.